So I've been getting asked a lot about why some people aren't wearing masks in Taiwan. The fact is that people do still wear masks in Taiwan. It's just not required in a lot of outdoor places now, except for in designated areas. The main reason is that COVID has basically been contained here, and things are fully back to normal due to the low number of current cases. Taiwan has been able to very effectively handle the pandemic since this all started. In fact, schooling and work has never been interrupted due to COVID in Taiwan. Just a couple of facts. Taiwan has about 24 million people, and there's only been about 500 cases total since the start. Out of all these cases, almost all have been covered, and there's only been 7 total reported deaths. I know some people may already be aware of this, but I think that many people just are not still. And I've been living in Taiwan for the past several months now, and I want to share some knowledge that I gathered about the current situation here, as well as give some information on how Taiwan has been able to handle this global pandemic. So back to the mask question. The government here has loosened the mask requirements for the outdoors. However, people are still required to wear them on all forms of public transportations. This includes banks, hospitals, and some schools. So how was Taiwan able to have such a highly effective COVID response that helped keep their numbers so low relative to other countries? The first reason was early action. So back in 2003, Taiwan got hit by SARS pretty bad, and since then, Taiwan's been preparing for another pandemic, and it was ready for this time. The second is massive production of face masks, and the third is enforcement and protocols being set in place. This included digital tracking. What this means is they were using technology to track all quarantined citizens, tracking their location as well as everyone that they may have came in contact with. So let's talk about taking quick and early action. Last December, on the first signs of the virus appearing, Taiwan had already been starting to monitor all incoming passengers. Taiwan's first reported case of COVID was on January 21st, and right away Taiwan started to track travel and contact history for every patient, trying to help isolate and contain the virus before a massive outbreak. Starting mid-March, foreigners were barred from entering the country, except for some major exceptions, such as those with business contracts or special permits. Now let's talk about travel restrictions. So Taiwan discouraged people from traveling externally. There's been kind of an unspoken agreement upon all Taiwanese to cancel their travel plans and just travel within the country. People are actually taking this time to travel all over the island instead.
我刚刚看到你的后面的招牌是在台湾环岛到了哪里？
我是从台南出发，然后往第四城方向。台湾的人情味很重，就是因为我后面有写情味史，所以其实我走到哪一个休息站啊，然后都会有人递饮料或者是递东西。对，那当然台湾的东边就是风景真的很漂亮。
Now let's talk about some of the prevention measures that Taiwan took. There are temperature checks everywhere. Every building, restaurant, gym, office, you wouldn't be able to enter any of those without wearing face masks. And speaking of face masks, Taiwan made sure that everybody had a face mask. Production of masks got ramped up huge. They invested about 6.8 million to create 60 new face mask production lines. This increased Taiwan's daily production capacity from 1.8 million to 8 million, and then later on to 13 million a day by April. And then soon after, there were numerous mobile apps being created to show the availability of these masks in stores to make sure that everybody had easy access and locating them. And by August, Taiwan actually donated about 50 million masks worldwide. Lastly, let's talk about some of the enforcement and protocols that were put in place. So basically everybody coming into the country must quarantine for 14 days upon their arrival. And this was heavily enforced by the government. There was huge fines for people caught not wearing masks in designated areas, as well as for bigger fines for trying to break quarantine. I think I remember the fine for trying to break quarantine was like 30K USD. It's just really, really heavy fine for trying to sneak out of quarantine. I remember for me personally, when I arrived in Taiwan a few months ago, they gave me a cell phone to track my location, make sure that I was staying put. And then for 2 weeks, they would do daily checks. They would call me a couple times a day to make sure that I wasn't having fevers and I didn't need any assistance, medical assistance. I know this sounds strict, but it worked. Because when I got out, it felt great, and it felt great and comforting to know that everyone around me that I came in contact with, that came in the country, had to go through the same procedure. Anyways, I hope this information was helpful for you guys in understanding the Taiwan's current situation with some people not wearing masks in public. I feel super lucky being able to live my life normally compared to my friends back in LA right now or other parts of Asia. I hope things get better soon for you guys and as well as for the rest of the world. All right, take care.